Hey, audio ents. This Labor Day, while the wives of Gilead simulate being in labor as the handmaids actually give birth to children, as is the custom, get 30% off Stitcher Premium by going to stitcherpremium.com/Labor Day and using promo code Labor Day. If you sign up for Stitcher Premium, you'll be able to listen to Hello from the Magic Tavern ad-free. And you can listen to Magic Tavern spin-offs, Offices and Bosses, Earth Games, and coming soon, Adal explains why your idea is wrong. So, if you're tired of hearing ads like this one, well, not like this one, because this one is nailing it. Go to stitcherpremium.com/Labor Day and use promo code Labor Day for 30% off your subscription. Now, pry open your cartoonishly flexible human ears and let those auditory nerves get destroyed by this slammin' content.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, that's okay. This is everything you need to know. About 4.5 years ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago into the magical, fantastical land of Foon. Luckily, I'm still getting a Wi-Fi signal from the Burger King through the dimensional rift and somehow magically maybe radiating from my own body. As we travel all over Foon, I use that Wi-Fi to upload a podcast I record chronicling our adventures around food. Did I call it food?
You did. You called it food.
Ooh, somebody's hungry. I am hungry. We're back at sea. We're
back
traveling.
on the USS Stephanie.
We're on this rickety old boat that I love.
And I will say, you've barfed several times, so maybe that's why you're hungry.
I've barfed several times, and I'm realizing I haven't had any kind of fruit probably in like 7 or 8 years, so I might have scurvy.
Oh, you had scurvy long before we were on
Arnie, can I say something?
I might be in the final stages of scurvy.
Arnie, Can
yes.
I say something? Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with a scurvy man.
That's true, thank you.
I
love your scurvy co-host.
I love you, scurvs and all.
Love your scurvs.
Yeah, okay, great.
Own those scurvs.
Anyway, I am joined by my co-host, and I guess like when we're on a ship, we're not co-captains, although...
Co-mates.
Co-mates? Boatmates? Shipmates?
Can we just go with co-mates?
I'm with these shipheads.
Ooh, co-mates.
Look, there's no wrong answers here, but let's not go with what Chunt said. What could be?
I feel like usually I would imagine the first thing said is the right thing, but I feel like that's never the case when I say it.
Anyway, I am joined by my good buds. We're back at sea. Chunt the Talking Badger.
Ship bong.
And Usidore the Wizard.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos.
I should have said boat bong.
Champion of the great halls of
or
Taurus.
Bing boat.
The elves know me as Fiangyalak. The dwarves know me as Zonin and Hoogstanges. And I am known in the northeast as Gaswanius Maystar. And there may be other secret names. Names so powerful that if I was heir to utter them aloud, the very foundations of every mountain in Foon would come crumbling down. Mountains would become hills. Hills would become steep inclines. And steep inclines would be very easy to walk across.
Can I say I heard a seagull the other day call you Corey Orman?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that one. I love it when I have secret names I don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny also.
Secret from you.
I know.
It's funny also that I never know if it's a secret name or if it's a mistaken identity.
Oh.
Like you could just look like a Corey Orman.
You do look like a Corey Orman.
I look like a Corey Orman?
Yeah, you kind of look like a Corey Orman.
And to be fair, you were rowing. Even though this ship has a sail, you were rowing.
Well, it's just a good workout. I like to stay in shape. I like to take care of my body, even though it's a temporary home for this angelic form that has come to Foon to defeat evil and destroy badness wherever it doth raise its ugly head.
For new listeners, he's a wizard, and there are all kinds of weird magical bullshit rules about, like, who he is.
I am an angelic being, called forth by the birds, the rain, the wind, and the fire to defeat evil and fight the Dark Lord at every opportunity.
Wait, can we just go around and all say our name and then our bullshit rules?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Also, I hope you guys don't mind, I carved into the side of the boat, bullshit rules. Is that okay?
Well, you'd have to clear that with Stephanie, not me.
I think you're acting out, but all right.
Sorry. So my name is Chunt, and I'm a shapeshifter. I'm typically in the form of a badger, but recently I found out because of my exploded ex-husband who died on the wedding floor, dance floor, that I can shapeshift into anything I want, but I still kind of maintain badger markings and fur. I have a large eggie. I call my eggie baby. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, you can change into anything, but with the badger markings, you look like, what if a cow was Rorschach?
And Arnie, why don't you say your name in your bullshit?
Okay, well, I'm Arnie Niekamp. If you've never listened to the podcast before, about 4.5 years ago, I fell through a dimensional portal behind a Burger King in Chicago. It's the one at the intersection of Irving Park and Clark into the magical land of Foon. That's kind of about it. I host this podcast. I'm pretty sure it's going to save all of Foon and Earth.
You do have some other bullshit rules, though.
Yeah.
You shit standing up.
I mean, it's not a rule. It's more a choice than a rule.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to constrain myself with that one.
You're bad at math.
I am bad at math.
I must have some more bullshit rules, too.
Usidore, you have so many bullshit rules. Wait, you know, we should go over the bullshit rules of the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Being on a ship, there's a lot of rules.
Yeah, it's so hardcore rules that it's almost law,
Yeah.
right? It's like I'm trying to have a merry time, and it's like there's some sort of like law against everything.
Some sort of maritime law.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to have a merry time, but then there's a law against it.
Oh, I see.
But I will say, I love these bears.
The ship is almost entirely crewed by bears.
Yeah, and I've gotten to know some of them. Usually I'll pop into a bear form just to put them at ease, but there's Corduroy, who we've heard a little bit about.
The bartender,
bartender.
yeah.
Frederick, Lacey, Bug. There's Jeffrey, who likes to be called Jeffy. Treadwell.
He likes to be called Jeffy?
He likes to be called Jeffy, yeah. Or at least I can't tell.
Yeah.
It seems like he's...
Here's my question about the bear names. Like, they don't speak anything resembling English to me. Like, they always roar. So, like, how do you translate that into Lacey?
So one of your other bullshit rules, then, is you don't listen to bears.
I do listen. I just don't understand.
But do you hear?
No.
Okay.
That's not my job. My job as a podcast host is to listen, to know when people are done talking, to then for
launch
me to
into the
talk.
shit you've wanted to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen to respond. Don't listen to understand. That's your bag. I will say, just so we're all on the same page and careful, Bug, the bear bug,
The bugbear?
the bear, he doesn't talk. He's the one bear that doesn't talk, but he does comically arise from different parts of the ship. So if you see like... If you see like a barrel,
What?
if you see like a barrel marked apples, you might hear like a comic like, and then just see a head peek out and turn around and then pop back down, or like under the floorboards or a grate. So just know, at any time, Bug could pop out.
Wait a second.
if-
Hold on. Is he trying to steal my picnic basket?
I don't know.
For I have many delicious treats inside of my picnic basket.
I don't know, but he does wear a tie. He does wear just a collar and a tie. He had a full suit,
Well,
but I guess the wind ripped off all of it, but the collar and the tie.
If he doth dare to steal the picnic basket of a wizard, he shall meet with mine wrath.
I'm just worried that he's going to ascend and descend close to the podcast. We won't know it, and people are thinking that we've introduced a slide whistle into the show.
Now,
Is that a terrible idea? I think it's a good idea.
I mean,
we should have more slide whistles.
I think a lot of our ideas on this show are both.
can we introduce a new rule on the ship here?
New rules?
New rules,
Start
yes.
the clock.
Now, what I would like to know...
I could barely, get any joy out of saying that.
Very understandable. Now, can we get rid of these stinky piles of moss that I keep seeing on the ship? Like this one right here.
Oh, that lump of rags over there?
Yes, I mean, I just keep seeing stinky piles of moss. I think we should just throw them overboard if we see them.
I will say it looks like the lump of rags is staring at us.
What?
Huh?
Come hither, away to my isle of the sea.
What do you
Did I
want?
leave my cell phone on or something? Is there
Away, away to my isle of the sea.
This pile of moss is singing to us.
Hello,
Hello.
3 comely gentlemen,
It's being overly kind.
and your voice is carried across the water, so I arrived to meet you. Can I buy you a drink?
Oh, well, certainly, yes.
We drink for free.
I think this moss is into us.
I'd love to buy you a drink, and then your ship will gently crash into the rocks.
Oh, well, we'd rather not
And-
crash into the rocks, but we'll take that drink.
She's a straight shooter. I appreciate that.
Guys, careful. She said the C word.
Crash?
Crash. That's a bad Like in maritime law, you got to watch out for the C
Very
word.
bad one. Mystical pile of moss, declare thy name so that I may address thee directly.
3 comely gentlemen. I am Calarion, the Sea Witch of the Northern Isles, and I'd love to buy you a drink and have just casual chit-chat, get to know each other before your ship crashes into the rocks and you live a life with me. One of you. 2 of you will die.
Oh.
Arnie, what a great guest.
It's a pretty
she
good
wants
offer.
to chat. She wants to have a drink.
Calarion, it is a pleasure to have you here. What we are doing here is a podcast. It is a mystical transmission that finds its way into other realms where people hear our voices. So speak directly into this microphone and let us know thee better.
I shall speak directly into this. I've had a very sheltered life. It's exciting.
Oh.
Sheltered in terms of you live in a cave? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
exactly. Right on the.
So no rain falling on you?
Oh, that's
well,
nice.
It's always misty, so
Yeah.
that accounts for my...
Oh, so you go by Misty? Calarion to anyone, but it's always Misty?
No, the weather's misty.
weather's misty.
Yes, my name is Calarion, but that's why my hair gets frizzy.
Oh, I think you have
It's-
very lovely hair.
Thank you. It is moss of 1,000 years.
Oh, wow.
Well,
it does not look that old of moss.
Oh, thank you for my type. This is young.
Oh, that's
Thank you. Yes, it's
fantastic.
natural green. Some
Yeah.
put green in it. This is just green.
And I'm so sorry that I thought that you were just moss and a pile of dirty rags. You're clearly like a mossy sea hag.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I appear as a pile of moss and rags when I have transported myself across the water to a ship to crash it upon the rocks and finally find my one true love.
Oh, how exciting. How fun for you. Now, Calarion, I must ask, right out of the gate, I'm sure you get asked this all the time, so I'm very sorry.
I barely talk to anyone except my mother, so this is
Oh.
so exciting.
Oh, you live with your mother?
Yes, my mother, Calarion Sea Witch the First. I'm a junior.
Oh, you're a junior.
So,
That's
but,
nice.
But people call your mom Calarion the First?
Yes.
They just knew from the start.
So before she had kids, it was still Calarion the First?
Yes.
Okay.
Do they call your mom Misty?
They don't call my mom Miss. No one gets
That's
called
just the
Misty.
weather.
No, they just call the wind Mariah. That is
Very
the
good.
one thing you need to remember is if there's anyone called anything, the wind is Mariah, and she's real.
I've heard the wind called Mary, but never Mariah.
It's Mariah. Then she shows up.
The original question I intended to ask you is, that I believe you would be asked all the time, if you ever interacted with anyone, is what differentiates a sea witch from a siren?
That's a wonderful question. Very good. Sirens lure men only to their deaths. We lure them for the purposes of procreating and maintaining our species.
So you lure them
And-
to life.
Yes,
Yeah.
to a better life of enchantment as an enchanted husband. And then we have other responsibilities. Sirens have no responsibilities.
Burn.
Yes, we have work with the winds, the tides, the water, the krakens, all of the monsters. We're sort of in charge. We breed them.
Oh, that's wonderful work. Well, it seems like 2 of us are doomed, and one of us is meant to marry this sea witch, so who shall die?
Can I ask, and
Yes.
I am a shapeshifter, can I ask, what do you look for in a partner? Like, what's like the ideal partner?
Great
And then
question.
also, like, what's after that, I guess like a part 2, what's like your ideal day? Like, it doesn't have to be like a vacation, but like, you're just like a best day.
You're so kind to ask me these questions about myself, which no one ever asks.
I'm a
I-
very kind creature, so
Yes,
I'm glad you
you're-
picked up
you're-
on that.
You're leading in this race of husbands. Ideally, everyone wants to have a lonely hero who you crash onto the island, a very brave man who then just can't go home. That was my father.
If you're looking for a lonely hero, this is it.
Oh, well.
I mean, this is it.
I have been unsuccessful in my quest, but
Oh.
maybe today my fortunes have changed.
But so your father was a lonely hero who crashed.
Yes, my mother lured him. She's very good at being a sea witch. She lured him onto the rocks, crashed him there, and then he was with her for a while. When I was around 6 or 7, they started having some problems.
Sure.
Like he
Yeah.
didn't want to be there anymore.
happens.
He wanted to go home.
Yeah.
And I wasn't pleasant. You know, it's like when you're 6 and 7, you're still feral and trying to eat one of your parents.
Oh,
Oh, of course.
Am I asking too much? Which one of your parents were you trying to eat?
I did more him.
Yeah.
Yes. So to keep him, mother transformed him into a pig. Then he ran into the sea. and tried to drown himself, but that was a mistake because that is the element we control.
Right.
So she brought him back, but then he did run into a fire.
Oh, can't control that element.
We could not control it. So then I did
He
eat
was
him.
determined.
Yes.
Oh, then you did get to eat him, though.
Well, he was a pig and he ran into a fire.
I was going to say this
Sounds
is
good.
insensitive, but it probably smelled pretty good.
It is delicious.
Tasted great.
Yes.
Well, it seems Chunt is in the lead, so how do you want to die?
No.
Oh, you're
Look,
drowning and drowning.
Oh,
One stays.
there's only one option to drown?
That's what I sort of can do.
Well, Arnie, you ready to drown yet? The two of us have to drown if Chunt wins.
well, first of all, Usidore, we literally just learned that you are incapable of drowning.
Oh, that's
You're
right.
basically
Usidore.
immortal.
Oh, the great wizard. I have
Oh.
heard tales.
Oh, yes.
I have heard tales.
Oh, well, thank you.
What are some of the tales you've heard about Usidore?
Tea?
I have heard tales
No, I'm
of...
offering you tea. Did you
Oh,
want
yes,
some tea?
no, thank you. And, yes, are you all getting... Where's the whiskey?
Oh,
You
yeah. Can we get...
Prodigious sea whiskey.
I can also whisk your tea. Did you want some whisk tea?
Oh, yes, please. And spatulize it. Please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Corduroy, some whiskey over here to go with our whisked tea.
I don't know if that bear roar was like, it's coming right
You
up.
have to listen with your ears. You have to care.
Also, Arnie, don't move. Bugs popping up behind you. Alright, he went back down.
Now, here is the thing. I cannot drown, but I will pretend to drown. I'll sit under the water for a while Chunt sets up his new life with
Would-
Calarion here.
Would anyone just voluntarily want to do it?
To marry you? And
Just come to that voluntarily?
well, I would be delighted to. You seem like a beautiful and talented young woman with
Thank
many
you.
skills.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it seems like you're kind of into the whole drowning thing, so I wanted to make that happen for you.
Oh, thank you. No, that is just how we are taught from our very young age that we will find our husband, but I just have not been very good at it. Ship after ship has
Yeah.
passed, and I sing my song of enchantment, and I ply the men with drinks, and it doesn't work.
So you're,
You know, plying men with drinks usually it involves like offering them drinks instead of being like, get out your drinks.
No, get out your drinks.
Oh, I mean, it works. It's working.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
think.
Wait, so this is not how I should approach a man.
Oh, I don't
Shall I
know.
come?
I'm
Shall I
so
spill water of the sea into your mouth direct?
ooh, yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Oh, you hate to see that.
No. Hey, you know what? I bet, though, Usidore would love some of that water from the sea into his mouth.
Oh, sure. How refreshing. Salt water!
Oh, that was weirdly erotic.
Look, Calarion, you know, I think you seem delightful, and I'm enjoying talking to you. But, you know, you've had the bad luck of crawling onto a ship of 3 dudes with sort of like complicated love lives.
Got
Or maybe
baggage.
complicated
We
is
got a
not
lot
the
of
right word.
baggage,
Like,
yeah.
And we're on a great quest to defeat evil. So, though I did want to enable your ability to drown myself and Arnie and marry Chunt, we have a greater purpose. We must defeat the Dark Lord. It is our goddess-stained duty to do so. And we are off even now to...
aren't we going to Draymanshire?
We're off even now to Draymanshire. Where...
I see what's happening here.
Oh,
We're off on a quest, so we don't want to talk to her anymore. I see what's happening here.
well, it's just that we're very
It just-
busy right now.
You don't even know where you're going.
We're going to Draymanshire. There's
That
an
seems
Arnie
like you
going
just
there.
made it up right this second as
I've
an excuse.
never done that.
A lot of
one
what we
time.
say
It
seems like
seems-
it's made
Never
up.
done
as
that
well.
It's an excuse
Everything.
to not talk to me.
No, we're talking to you.
It seems-
But we're talking about ourselves. We're talking about, like, we're on a really important quest. We're
Oh,
sailing.
they're all on quest. They all haven't been home in hundreds of years. Oh, they all gotta go slay this or do that or have a sword or stick the sword in something.
It is fun
That's
to stick a sword.
everybody.
Sounds like you've been cheated on.
Cheated on? I wish I could get cheated on. I wish I could get cheated. I wish anything. I wish I could just capture a husband.
Oh, Calarion, have you had... What happened in your last attempt? Like...
I got on the ship. I thought we were having a great time. We both were interested in a lot of things, and I
Both
just...
interested in a lot of things, or both interested in a lot of the same things? 'Cause
Well,
there's-
I'm interested in everything because it's just me, my mom, the moss, the caves, and he...
Me,
he
me, my
expressed-
mom, the moss, the cave.
Yes.
Me, my mom, the moss, the cave. I
Me and my
that.
mom
It's
the
just like a
moss the
nice
cave.
sing-songy, yeah.
Oh, maybe I should. All right, well, I'll
Yeah.
incorporate that. I like to be straightforward.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. I like to tell you I'm going to crash your ship on the rocks. I'm going to drown your compatriots. I'm going to marry one of you.
Fair.
I like to be direct.
Yeah.
I don't like to manipulate. A lot of sea witches manipulate. They
Yeah.
lie. They take the form of beautiful women with large breasts and teeny tiny waists and no scales. And I was like, no scales at all. You
Yeah.
have to see me for
Yeah.
who I am. I'm not going to pretend to be someone.
I also
Anyway.
really appreciate that you're very upfront about, look, this is who I am, this is where I am in my life, and
Thank
this is
you.
what I'm looking for. Like, it's good to
No.
put that out there.
Yeah, when I was in my 2000s, I was very like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be someone else, and now I'm no.
Yes,
If I'm gonna meet someone, it's gonna be as me.
you've
Yeah.
truly let your moss down. You're
Yes.
not afraid to show us your scales, even though they're literally on your eyeballs and your teeth.
Yes, well-
I've never seen scales like that.
It's for submerging.
It makes sense. Makes
Yes.
sense. And now, can you excuse us for but 1 second, Calarion? I must speak to my compatriots. Calarion seems like she really wants to get cheated on. So here's what I propose.
no, don't.
Here's
no,
what I
no,
propose.
No.
One of us
Oh,
begins to
good.
have a relationship with her, and then one of the other ones
Go
allows her to
on.
have an affair.
Ooh. And that way 2 of us live, and
That's
only
right.
one of us dies.
Bug, go back down.
Don't whack him on the head.
Sorry.
Calarion, am I saying that right?
Yes, thank you.
Can I ask, just based on what you've heard and seen so far, can we just play a little game in terms of like, who would you ask to fuck off? Who would you like to marry? Who would you like to drown?
Oh, that's
Fuck off, marry, drown.
Fuck off, me. How wonderful! I'll take this back to my mother. We'll play it forever. I guess, unfortunately, Arnie seems the most
Yeah,
determined to not stay, so I will have to enchant and
fuck
marry
off.
him.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh, yes.
whoa.
Yes. This is part of. He seems
yeah.
determined to move on, and let me. Well, under enchantments, that will disappear.
Also, you talk about having an enchanted husband. Like, what is that like?
Well, you will. I don't know, Arnie,
Oh, yeah. Because you haven't.
because I
got-
haven't had one.
Calarion,
Yes.
forgive my brashness in this next statement, but perhaps your enchantments have fallen short of your previous desires because...
I'm masticating small fish.
Oh, that's all right. I understand. But you specifically chose Arnie, who had been the least pliable up to this point. Perhaps you're searching for a challenge, and perhaps that's working against your better interests.
Yes, you're searching for a challenge, and also you're settling. Does that make sense?
At the same time, both of those things.
Somehow, yes. By choosing Arnie, yes,
Yeah,
somehow you're both
yeah.
settling.
Somehow you're both
And making it
reaching
harder on
and
yourself.
settling.
Look, I'm really complicated.
See, it's that emotional aloofness that finds so appealing. What is he really thinking? Will I ever know?
Look, don't-
Maybe under enchantment.
Quick, Arnie, fuck me.
Cheat on Chunt. No, we've been over this. Look, what you are seeing as emotional aloofness is really, I'm just emotional doofness. Like, I'm just a doof. Don't worry about
That's
it.
fine. Under enchantment, let me paint you a picture.
Okay, let me
Write
hear
that
it.
down. I think that doofness thing is a t-shirt. Write that down.
Doofness. Okay, I'm writing it down and I'm crossing it off.
Once you're under my enchantment, every day will be beautiful. You will love me. I will love you. I will play my lyre. I will ply you with drinks. We shall swim in the deepest seas. We shall ride the frighteningest kraken. We
Oh.
shall go a shrimpin'.
Oh,
We shall have a clam
Wait, what
bake.
was that last one?
We shall go a shrimpin'.
Okay.
It will be wonderful.
is that a sex thing?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
with shrimp.
Oh, okay.
fun.
Is this... No, you're not
No,
familiar.
I'm just listening.
Oh, well, you invite the shrimp
Okay.
into your orifices.
Uh-huh.
And then you perform the act of love. And
Oh.
that helps. Well, it maintains the biodiversity of the coral reef, which is my other main concern.
Oh.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, imagine making love with shrimps inside of you as the wind whistles. Raya.
Well, then she'll show up.
Oh, you don't want her to show up?
No, if you call the
Oh,
Wimmer,
I
she
see.
shows.
Okay,
She could
that's-
show up at any second now. We've talked about her too much.
Clarion, can I ask you a question about your mother?
Yes.
So, it sounds like your father immolated himself a long time ago. Why is your mother never re-enchanted?
Oh, I have a stepfather.
Oh.
Oh.
What happened?
What's his name?
Doug.
Is he still on the island?
He's fine. He doesn't try to be my dad, and I don't think I need it.
Yeah.
Is he good to your mom?
Sure, he's fully enchanted still. It has not worked his way
okay,
out.
gotcha,
He's just
gotcha.
he's having
That's good.
he's having the time of his life.
Oh, that's
he
great.
He doesn't remember his home. He
Yeah.
doesn't remember his quest. He's happy.
Does he let you like borrow the keys? Like if you want to go swimming in the little pools on the inland, like does he let you borrow those keys?
Doug is very possessive about his own things,
Yeah.
but he only has 2 things.
Which two?
He has a robe and a wooden key, and we tell him the key opens doors. And
He pretends,
Yes,
probably,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
He's not, but he's happy. He listens
Yeah.
to the lyre.
Yeah.
They go a shrimping. I
They
know,
go-
like,
yeah.
You can hear it sometimes. It's not pleasant.
The shrimp.
When they're a shrimping.
Yeah. But I was wondering if you could hear the shrimp.
Shrimp are pretty quiet.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, should we take a short break and then come back and talk more to Calarion?
Yeah, let's take a short break. Let's check in on those whiskeys that Corduroy was going to get us.
Yeah, and Calarion, let me get you a chair. I've been so rude. Let me get you a chair here. Why don't you just sit
Oh,
back?
what's this?
Oh my gosh, I found this palm frond. Let me just wave this palm frond up and down and let's see if... actually, it's pretty cold out here. Let me stop that.
Have you never sat on a chair before?
No.
Oh my gosh, look in your eye. It's like you're being transported to another place.
Maybe I'll just take this chair.
Better get ready to drown.
You don't need a man. Get yourself a chair.
That's a shirt.
Fly, you fools! Over to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a patron of the show. For only $5 a month, you get access to all of our wonderful bonus content and material and ad-free versions of the show.
And we're back, and here's your drink.
Oh, thank you. What
Get you another one
a
of those.
miracle structure to rest my scales upon.
Yeah. Chairs are great. I've been sitting for most of the last 5 years.
Chair.
Arnie Usidore. Should we mention she's sitting on a rock?
Chair.
No, she seems fine.
She likes
I don't want to ruin it for her.
I like that you have this flat part to put your head on while you balance akimbo on the precipice at the top.
Yeah, it seems like it would be very tense to sit on it that way, but it's relaxing
so
for her.
uncomfortable.
Well, it seems you would look at what we're doing
Yeah.
and try to mimic that. Yet she has decided
that's
this
true.
very
That's
different
true.
manner of
Chunt,
sitting
Chunt,
on a chair.
Chunt, follow-up question. Should we tell Usidore he's been sitting on his chair the
I
wrong
don't
way?
think so. It's too much visual fun. For all those listeners and watchers out there,
Yeah.
we have a YouTube channel, right?
No, this is just audio.
What?
I know.
What?
It's a real waste.
Are you kidding me?
We've been doing just audio?
I know.
Oh.
Why do you think I
This is
over-explain
a-
everything we see?
Foon, Usidore me, this is a visual feast.
I know.
Do you know how sumptuous the... Oh.
The sky is 7 colors right now.
We've done over 200 episodes and it's just audio?
Yeah.
What are we doing? We have to be leaving money on the table, right?
And almost everything that's appealing about you is visual.
I'm so mad I'm gonna turn into 10 different animals.
See, that's a waste.
You better
They're not gonna see-
call them out while I change.
Cow, different cow, bigger cow. I think cow with wings.
Ooh, this looks like fun. I'm going to turn into some animals too.
Usidore, no point.
What do you
Turns
mean?
out it's just audio.
What?
Yeah.
No one can see what we're doing or peer into our minds and hear our inner thoughts?
Most of your inner thoughts you speak out loud, so.
I have never done such a thing. For if I were to speak my inner thoughts aloud, you would know the plans that I have to murder each one of you unless you turn on me. I am prepared at any time.
Unless we turn on.
He wants to... Hey, Arnie, he wants to be turned on. Wait, there's a better way to phrase that.
Oh, all right, I'll do it.
Oh, no, Calarion.
What?
She's going...
Hold on, I have to shed.
Oh, she's scratching a lot of her skin
A lot of
off.
scales,
Oh,
losing a lot of
boy.
scales.
Whoa.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
Pretty good, actually.
Each scale is turning into a tiny creature and then scuttling off.
Yes!
That is wild.
It's how I maintain the biodiversity of the coral reef,
Reef.
my second great obsession.
Yes. Well, that is a very noble pursuit, and perhaps that secondary obsession should become thine primary obsession.
What would the other sea witches think of me?
Who cares what they think? Do you live so that others may decide how you should live?
I
Answer
have...
honestly.
Yes.
What brings you the greatest joy, Calarion? What makes you happy?
Well, I love manifesting small colonies of kraken whelpings. That's the name for infant. I love eels, octopi. I love maintaining the biodiversity of the coral reef. I love swimming through it every day.
In that list so far, not one time have you mentioned getting a husband.
Damn.
I'm having a real oh-ho moment. Oh-ho.
Arnie, an oh-ho moment is like an aha moment, but
at
at
sea.
sea.
Oh. Oh.
If it's really big, it's a yo-ho-ho moment. But this is just an oh-ho moment. Oh,
Yo ho ho! I realized
my
that
mother would be
got a
disappointed
problem
in
with
me.
rum.
My cousins would be disappointed in me. My purpose is to trap a husband upon the rocks and enchant him.
But who decided this as thine purpose? Did you decide this for yourself, or did others decide it for thee?
This is how it has been for Sea Witch and Sea Witch before Sea Witch and Sea Witch before... Although I guess my mom's the first.
Well, of that
Well, she
name...
must have had it of that name. You're right.
Yes.
Right, that was my grandmother.
What was her name?
Spargle.
Spargle. What a beautiful name. What a beautiful name.
It's almost as beautiful as Dramianshire, a name that wasn't...
Draymanshire.
What?
We're not just making these things up as we go. It's clearly Draymanshire.
That's
for
right,
its green
Draymanshire.
lands.
I gotta remember that Draymanshire. It's where we're going to meet the Velsmerian army. Yes.
And what is the purpose of this quest of yours? Why must you leave the straits and journey forth?
For so long, we have talked about starting a quest to
So
defeat evil
long,
in all its
so
forms.
long.
And finally, I was able to raise Arnie up out of his chair, for he has a great destiny ahead of him to play some important role that is really just super unclear. In this defeat of evil, and Chunt and I, as boon companions long bound together, shall fight at the forefront of this army that shall destroy and knock down the Dark Lord's lair and eliminate his cruel reign o'er food.
We just did some elaborate diplomacy, and now we got the army of Velsmere that we're about to go meet. We're going to use them to fight the Dark Lord. I guess you've been living kind of an isolated life. I don't know if you know, the Dark Lord has taken over most of Foon.
Oh no, I had not known. It was just me, my mom, my cave,
Your stepdad.
Doug,
Yeah.
Coral Reef.
coral, and the biodiversity of the coral.
The
reef.
Krappen. The Krappen.
The
Krappen.
The Krappen. Bully.
Sorry, the Kraken whelplings.
Whelplings, yes.
Yeah.
This is so funny. Their
What do you
teeth
call
are
it?
so-
What do you call a group of Kraken?
Oh, is this one of your jokes?
Crackers?
A cracker of krakens?
Yes.
Or just crackers?
And if they're traveling, it's a cracker barrel of krakens.
Oh.
What if
Because-
they're in a ocean which is famously salt water?
They are soggy.
Wait, no, I see where you're going with this. They're saltines.
They're
Yeah.
saltines, yes. I was so close.
Yeah, if you're a Kraken between, I don't
Right.
know, 13 and 19.
You're saltines,
and you're-
yes.
Look,
And
Clarion, I don't want to tell you what to do, but as a white man, I feel like my experience can resonate with you. Look, I, for years and years, was in the same place that I never left, and I thought that content would come to me. And now, in season 3 of our podcast, I'm going out to the content of the world of Foon. Like, have you considered leaving your island and finding love elsewhere? Maybe it's time for you to crash into love instead of making love crash into you.
Damn.
Oh ho.
Yeah, the temptation is off the island. It's you before island, except after sea.
Yes, the most ancientest spelling rule.
What's the opposite of oh-ho?
It's
Oh,
a
no?
yo.
Oh, no.
I have not contemplated this possibility.
Uh-huh.
What would my mother and Doug do without? I guess not. They'd be fine.
Just be shrimp.
I guess
Yeah,
they'd
they'd
be
be
they'd go with
shrimping.
shrimping.
Go shrimping. Open some
Make
fake
some
doors.
cocktail sauce.
Yes.
Look, Clarion, I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying, like, is that an option you've considered? A life of biodiversity alone that it maybe doesn't have love in it is probably fine if that's what you want, but also maybe you can go someplace else.
And
Do something
maybe
else.
I don't want to have a sea witch baby who will struggle to eat my husband for the first 15 years of her life.
Right?
Maybe that's not for me.
Maybe you don't want
right.
to go by Calarion. Maybe you want to go by Claire.
Claire.
That's your problem, your name.
Wait, and also, you're wearing those overalls. And get this paint off your face and these glasses.
Well, yeah, take off these glasses.
But I can't see without these
Oh,
glasses.
put those glasses back on. I'm sorry.
yeah.
And those thorn overalls, that was just kelp clumped together. I'm so sorry.
Well, the straps are helpful for when, to just go swimming.
Of course.
I will say, though, when he took those glasses off, I couldn't help but think, she's all that.
Chunt,
Yeah.
Arnie a minute ago, he said he's white. I thought he was pink.
Well, his shirt is pink. We know that for sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. His skin is fairly
Pinkish,
pink.
weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, sorry. Well, Calarion, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for your advice.
And-
I shall take it into consideration.
Well, I'm so happy that you're considering it, but would you still like to try to drown two of us and marry the other?
I think you should continue on through the straits on your quest to defeat the Dark Lord. For while I do not relate to this concept of evil, not knowing what it is, perhaps I am evil, for I intend to drown people most of the time.
No. I mean, you are what you are.
Thank you, yes. You shall pass on through the straits, and I shall return to my island.
Good and evil is just a choice. As we've laid out for you today, you have many choices ahead of you. Calarion, I must ask thee a question now. Would you join our quest? When I call upon the great power of the sea witch Calarion, would you send your krakens and your sea serpents and your shrimp to help defeat the Dark Lord?
Follow-up question, do you have sea serpents? Has she mentioned having
I just
sea
sort of
serpents?
assumed.
They work at a lower, the deeper.
Yeah.
And it's hard for sea witches to get down there. The pressure in your ears builds up. It's deadly.
Oh.
But they
the
they
bends.
will surface, yes.
Yes, if you could call upon their great power in our battle against evil, then you would be part of the forces of good.
Then I shall. When the time comes. Well, try to find me if I'm not with Mom and Doug. I'm in the cave, most likely.
Yeah. It seems like it'll be easy to find you.
I'm one of the Northern Isles.
Yeah.
Calarion, when we need you, I shall whisper to the wind, Mariah.
Well, then Mariah's going to come.
Well,
She
then
will come.
I'll say, Mariah, can you please pass
I
a
see.
message on
Yeah,
to Calarion
All
for
right.
me?
We'll whisper Claire.
But you know what? Don't you hate it when you summon someone and they're like, hey, are you going to be seeing Calarion? Will you say hi to Calarion for me?
Well, I'll see if
Nobody
Mariah
really
wants to help
does that.
too.
Yeah.
Mariah deserves it a little bit. I won't go into
Oh.
middle school stuff, but she's...
Yeah.
Also, I'd be kicking myself if I didn't ask. I have a side quest where I'm looking for pity nuts. Let me hold up one. Just these little nuts. I'm trying to collect a couple hundred of those.
How many do you have?
One, just the one, for example's sake. And then it's made of wood. This is a replica.
So you have none.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have we defeated the Dark Lord?
No.
Well, I guess we have none of that quest.
I think this is just kind of a dumb quest. Although,
I think it's kind of dumb that this is audio only.
Well, sure. But you know what? I didn't happen to have a GoPro with me when I fell through a dimensional portal. I just happened to very naturally have a bunch of microphones and a laptop.
Oh, look out to sea. Look right there. See that? Oh, that dolphin just jumped up. Whoa, no whale just jumped out of the water, ate the dolphin, and now they're both splashing down. What a sound that is, sure, but also there's no visual.
It was terrifying.
And their inner thoughts were fascinating.
I made that happen.
Oh, good job.
Wow.
A little show.
Well, Calarion, thank you so much for crawling onto our boat and being on our podcast.
Thank you for giving me an oh-ho moment, and even a yo-ho-ho moment, a new perspective on my life.
And I guess it's not really ours to give because we're just passengers on this ship, but I think we should let her keep the chair.
Thank you.
Of course, keep the chair. And of course, seeing your island there far in the distance, I shall make it appear there for thee, as well as a small cot.
What?
You can lay down on it in the evening.
You can lay down on it. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't an insult?
No. I know it sounded like one. That's fair.
Yeah, fuck you. Lay down on it.
Lay down on it, you piece of crap.
I shall vanish now.
Oh, you needn't vanish just yet. Arnie's going to read an email.
Yeah, we get messages from Earth. People email me at magictavern@puppies.supplies. It's a real email address. Although I guess at sea, I'm supposed to refer to them as C-mail. Is that right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. Here's one I received. It says, Arnie, have you ever considered talking about Earth military technology to scare the Dark Lord and his minions away? I doubt he knows how to deal with a tank. Do you think an Abrams could fit through the portal behind the Burger King? Signed, Isaac and Sarah.
Why would J.J. Abrams have anything to do with this? I spent a week upon Earth.
Why wouldn't J.J. Abrams want to have anything to do with this? J.J. Abrams, if you're listening. There's a lot of potential here.
I spent a week upon Earth, and I think the first season of Lost is wonderful.
Well, you know what? On my world, there are these giant war machines called tanks, and I don't think I could even begin to build one, and honestly, I hope one...
You could build one.
What?
You could build one.
You could build a tank.
Sure, man, you could build one.
Oh, no. But I also, I hope that one actually doesn't fit through the portal behind the Burger King. I mean, gosh, if someone on Earth could, get a tank here, that just seems...
Well, it seems if, anyone could get a tank here, it would be your burger potentate. And all his great powers at his disposal. If he wanted some sort of tank or some sort of phalanx of falcons armed with the lasers that you often speak of, then surely he could send them through quite easily.
I guess that Burger King is pretty close to Wrigleyville, so a lot of people do get tanked and go there.
Calarion, if you had to do one final round of friend, who would you kill?
I've now, thanks to our discussion, changed my perspective and would kill Arnie.
Oh!
Yes.
You've
Perfect.
learned so much.
Yes,
That's
I've grown.
growth.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If I was forced to kill, I would kill Arnie and let you two continue on your quest.
Kill Arnie, yeah. Kill-
Arnie seems to himself have been dashed upon the shores of this land,
Yeah, it's true.
so he's already sad.
Yeah.
Well, Calarion, it is a pleasure to meet you, and if we e'er sail back this way, we shall surely stop in and say hello to you again. But now, with my great powers, I shall transport you back to your island, along with your new chair and cot.
Usidore, I think she has her own powers.
Oh, you're right. You don't need me.
Yeah, earlier she said she's going to vanish.
Yes, then vanish away.
I will transport in a similar fashion as you were discussing, yes, I'll do it by myself.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the chair. That I would
Yep.
need some help. Please transport the chair.
You're
Yeah,
very
and
welcome.
Alright,
lay
thank you
on
very-
it.
yes.
Send it right
Was that what it
All
was?
right. Oh, yeah, you can lie down on it.
You can lay down on
Lay
it.
down on it.
You can lay on it.
And when we need you eventually in the fight against the Dark Lord, we will definitely give you a Calarion call.
Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, she's spitting more seawater into your mouth, Arnie.
Must be how our power works.
Oh, and she vanished. Wow.
Now, Usidore, will you send that chair?
Chair fly!
Just smashed into those rocks.
Oh, no!
damn it.
We don't have any more
fuck?
chairs to spare, otherwise we won't have a place to sit.
I can conjure a new chair, I'm sure, and we can drop it off next time we're here.
She's
Guys.
going to really think we betrayed her.
Wait, put your head on your chair. It's kind of comfortable.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, put your arms kind of akimbo.
Frankly, I've never understood the way you two sit in chairs.
If only we had visual.
Well, great. When they brought up shoving a tank through the portal, everybody here started furiously typing and diagramming on the whiteboard. The whole damn facility just became the first 20 minutes of the social network. I knew this planet's warmongering tendencies would show up eventually. Let's see. Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Shapeshifter was played by Adal Rifai. Calarion the Sea Witch was played by special guest Sarah Haskins, co-creator of new sitcom Carol's Second Act, premiering September 26th at 9:30 on CBS. She's also one of the writers of the movie Booksmart. She hosted Target Women on Current TV, and when we worked at Second City, we wrote a scene about unmarried aunts bringing down the room during Thanksgiving dinner that our director refused to put in front of an audience. But I've let that go. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmie Lucas. This episode edited by Sniffen Dranger. Special assistance by Ryan DiGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Original Magic Tavern theme song by Andy Poland. Sea Shanty version of the song by Arnie Parrott. If you have a problem with his man braid, you're not alone. What do you know? I intercepted an email with another fan-made cover of the Magic Tavern theme. It's like the Ice Bucket Challenge, but not helping any diseases. Let's take a listen to this track from the Savants of Souls and forget all about trying to cram a tank through an interdimensional rift.
them down. Explains to them he understands that dragons can be awful. But if they want some breakfast, yes, the dragon makes them waffles.
Studio. I'm Justin McKenzie.
The special chair. I'll put my head upon the seat and let's up in the air.
Hey, honey, who's behind this door? Let me unlock it with my key.
Doug!
What? I'm just opening this door.
If you see anything fly onto this aisle, don't touch it!
Come back to shrimpin'.
Don't touch it, Doug!
I'm gonna go shrimping.
I'm expecting a present. It's for me. It's a package. It's only for me. Nobody open it.
From dusk till prawn.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.